top, baby. Come on, we gon' reach the top. Reach the top, yeah. Reach the top, yeah. With the gift, reach the top, yeah. Reach the top, yeah. With come on, we don't stop, we don't stop. We just tryna reach the top, 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 reach the top. Moving, beautiful lady. We just waiting for Cruzer in the room to fill up.
And Marquise. And Shay.
Here he is.
Yo, what's going on, y'all?
What's up, man?
What's
How's
up?
it going?
Yeah, just cooling it, man. Just still getting used to the new area.
Oh man, how's it going so far?
It's been pretty productive though, man. I can't front. I got a lot done in a short amount of time span so far. This is day 9 out here. So I just been getting a lot of building up my name out here in a little bit, but I'm realizing different rules out here. So I'm kind of like, oh, all right. It just gives me like I almost feel like I'm back in Atlanta, honestly.
Oh.
So
That's good. That's good. It's preparing you basically preparing it's preparing you to go back.
yeah, in a sense, basically. That's what I'm kind of like.
So you know what so nothing is, non expecting.
Right, that part. And that's why I'm just like, okay, this is yeah, it's definitely different to say the least. So that's why I don't really like. I'm not too upset about it, but
Yeah.
definitely, it's its own lane and everything. So I like it. I like it over here. It's decent. Would I want to live over here? I don't know about that one. Living is very
So it's temporary.
yeah.
Okay. Got you. We just waiting for the room to fill up like, usual. You sent out the live to anybody yet?
Yeah, I'm sending it out to a lot of people right now as we speak. So I sent it out to at least 20 people right now.
All right. Thank you. Once we're gonna try to build up to at least about 10.
Oh, right on. Bet. I'm gonna definitely do that right now. I'm sending out the invites as we speak.
Got you.
Yeah, how y'all been though?
Some more too.
I've been good.
We've been good.
Right.
We got snow going on up here.
Yeah, that's the
Oh my
only.
God. I hate it.
That's the only thing.
How many y'all got feet or snow? Y'all got
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Everything is shutting down mostly.
Dang, y'all shutting down off of snow, not a COVID. That's the crazy part.
On top of that.
Right. Everything getting
Bro.
awesome. Oh man. You talk about one thing after another.
Uh-huh.
I get that one though, but hopefully it's not too hopefully y'all don't get it ain't too bad. Everything will melt away come at least next
Yeah, hopefully.
so.
As long as I've been living here, I hate it. I hate the snow.
How long you been living there?
All my life.
Oh man.
Basically.
Yeah, that's one thing about that New York snow, man. I was like, nah, man.
All my life.
Basically.
Yeah, I can't do that New York snow, man. Y'all got that. I come out there in the fall, maybe summertime, but winter, nah, you gotta stay in the northern states. That's too much for me.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, I think I'm trying.
You still out in Oregon?
No, that's what he said he moved.
Oh yeah.
He's adapting to the new place right now.
Oh.
But he said temporary.
It's temporary, and then I don't know. I haven't really decided where I really want to live at. It's four options right now, so I'm kind of like trying to just figure it. Really, I'm really trying to just base it off of like what I want to be able to do for real, and the produce. And it's tough right now because COVID is really playing a huge factor into it. Like I'm not going to lie and say that it's not.
Yeah.
It's definitely playing a huge factor right now. So that's what I'm kind of like. Mm. And it sucks because you don't really know how this is playing out because it seems like it's on day to day with everything. So,
Yes.
oh yeah, I invited quite a few people, so people are tuning in. Oh, right on.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Thank y'all for
Yeah.
coming in and tuning in. We about to get this show started right now.
Right on.
Right on, right on.
Thank you for joining Reach the Top podcast. I am your host, The Gift, and this is.
And I'm Mima Sanders. Thanks for joining me.
And tonight we have a guest once again. Tell them who you are, bro.
Yo, everybody, man, it's Cruzer Urameshi, and I'm back to be back on here again, man. We did magic, and I've been tuning into every interview, man. So I'm just glad to be a returning guest for y'all, man. So
Salute, bro. Salute. Definitely, we seen you always, supporting us,
That's
bro.
one of our biggest supporters.
swag, much
Definitely.
appreciated, man. Y'all same way on this end too. Y'all one of my biggest supporters, man. So much love to y'all.
No
Thank
doubt,
you.
no doubt. So we want to say welcome back.
Appreciate it.
And so for the people who haven't seen episode 1 yet, please give them a little bit of your background and what you do.
So for those that don't know, I'm a music producer. I got quite a bit of work out about me, man. Dropped my most recent 2 projects, Cruzer 64 and Lo-Fi Cruising 2, which are doing really successful. I've worked with Shoreline Mafia, Hot Boy Turk, Lil Davey. I got a good amount of names on the resume. Radio host too, so on Firewalker Radio, and I just been building up my name and just that's a lot more to it, man. You gotta check out episode 1 because I dropped a good amount. So that's a brief summary.
Yes.
Definitely. Have you got a chance to rewatch the whole episode?
Yeah, I watched all 4 of them. I loved it. So it was really cool. I showed it to a good amount of people too, and everyone really liked it because a lot of people was like, "Yo, man, we didn't really know much about you like that." So, and a lot of people who I've been meeting new across, they're like, "Yo, this is a good build up." So that was like, this is actual storyline because everybody was like, "Cruzer, you don't really talk about yourself like that. It's always just music, or you might like an occasional joke, but we don't really get to know."
Yeah.
It was like
You got to see the other side of you.
yeah,
That's right.
they got to see the story.
They said Sean nephew Carmelo Anthony.
Yep, he coming.
Salute.
That's my dog.
Salute.
That's my dog who I'm doing space running with. So and that's my bro.
Salute.
Yeah, so that's my bro, man. So Dev, he'll be a great interview for y'all to get on here too.
I mean, you the connector. Make it happen.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I sent him the video, so because I know he's it's like 8-hour difference and everything over there, so it's probably he probably might be asleep by now.
All right, so speaking of episode 1, what did you find like most interesting, or did I ask that already?
No, you didn't ask that one. What I found most interesting was episode 1 was really just getting to know who I am and everything because there's a lot of story that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people might know about me about my I feel like it's 2020, about to be 2021. We might as well say that. A lot of people only know me from 2016, like maybe like 2017 to like 20 to like the present, but no one really remembers like 2012,
Before
2013,
yeah,
whole come up or what I was really doing. So I was able to really go in depth about that. So I feel like that was the most interesting part of it. And everybody was like, "Yo, you actually like most people thought I just been doing this for like 3 or 4 years." I was like, "Nah, bro, you like almost a decade in.
You put in that the time.
Yeah,
You put in the time.
definitely. So that's probably been the most interesting part. And the question that you guys asked was, you guys really asked some really great questions. So that was kind of like the biggest takeaway from episode 1 that I really liked too. And everyone was like, "Yo, you dropped a whole lot of knowledge on them, man." So I'm like, I'm just doing what I can, just telling my story, you know.
Yo, yeah, episode 1 was definitely,
That was lit.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Right, I'm just
It was great. It was a mix of everything. Your story, you had, some comic relief in it. You had some, struggle, what you had to struggle with, and things that people could learn from, and a lot of knowledge. Like you said, there was a lot of knowledge also that you was giving, a lot of jewels and stuff like that. That's why we also would love you, for you to stay on the show with us, because you give off, a lot of game and knowledge to the, upcoming artists and producers.
most definitely, man. Like I said,
Well,
I'm always down to come on it, man. You know, even though I'm a pretty busy dude, I'll make definitely time to always appear on here whenever I can, especially for y'all, man. So, and plus, we've been connected for a minute. So, anytime y'all want to do an interview or do something, I'm your man.
definitely, definitely, definitely. So,
So what you been up to since the last time we spoke to you?
Whew, a lot. I got got a few spotlight articles. I got 4 publications and 2 magazine spotlight articles written about me. Scored some TV placements, working with some company, like some actual technical companies. I can't really give too much information about it, just on the sheer fact I don't really know much about them personally. Working with them, I've really been big on sync licensing, which has been my thing all year. But really, the sync game just been turning up for me. Spotify, just figuring out, getting my name out there and building up a core Spotify fan base.
yeah.
I scored some big placements too on some music stuff too that I can't say, and I don't want to jinx it 'cause I got 3 pretty big placements coming out so far, and one of them was
Okay.
Idol, who I always listened to growing up as a kid. So that one probably hit home for me. And then just moved to the new location. It's different. Like, I moved out of Oregon, and I've just been
Yeah.
in the head ever since I came out here. Like, the first day since I've been out here, been out here for 9 days now. I had 7 business phone calls, like 7 business meetings and everything. So I'm kind of like, damn.
You've been working.
Yeah, and it's like and it was crazy. As I was like, man, I just want to have like 3 days to kind of like let me just chill a little bit, but just so that way I could kind of like restructure my body and everything, and let me
Yeah, but cool.
used to states and everything. But I haven't had the time to do that. But I told myself this weekend I'm going to do that. So, but just
Gotcha.
hitting the nose head on it though. So I just been grinding and doing a lot of producer collabs too. So
Mhm.
A lot of work. That's what's
Oh,
up.
yeah.
That's what's up.
yeah.
Okay, you mentioned releasing a new project.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name? What is the name of it?
It's called Lo-Fi Cruising 2, and the crazy thing about me is I'm not really the type of I don't really believe in sequels per se, because you always gonna have like a rift between when you do like a series and everything. But I got a very unique fan base being a producer, and a lot of
Yeah.
and it's crazy. I got more requests about another lo-fi project than I actually did with Cruzer 64, and I built up hype for that. But everybody was like, "Yo, man!" And like with lo-fi cruising, the first one, I just put it out there, and I don't know, I got like a very unique cult following for it, and everybody like I remember Cruzer 64 dropped. I'm talking like the first 2 days, everybody was like, "Yo, Cruzer 64 is cool, man, but when's lo-fi cruising 2 coming out?" I'm like, dude. So I had to drop that on everybody on December 3rd. It's out on all platforms, and it's skyrocketing. Like it's been out for about 2 weeks now, and the reaction behind it is very wild. Because even though Cruiser 64 is doing great, Lo-Fi
Yeah.
2 is doing a lot better than Cruiser 64 did in 2 weeks. Because Cruiser 64
Okay.
is
I mean, I mean, it's probably because you already, started heating up. So now that you catching on fire, maybe that's what
Yeah, that's my
you gearing up for a successful project,
yeah, definitely.
another one.
Just following up with it, and that's why I'm like, yeah, if I drop between Synergy, Cruzer 64, and Lo-Fi Cruising 2, I'm like, yeah, I ain't getting no more projects off of me on Spotify. You gotta wait till February till Space Ronin dropping, and after that, then we'll figure out what happens. But yeah, I ain't
Okay,
dropping.
okay. So February is the next release.
Uh, maybe. I mean, to be honest, now that I think, I'm really thinking about it now. Since my birthday, November 28th, I've had Ray OTS, he drops a new project called Four, and I got 3 songs on off of there. My dog Neff Nizzle, he dropped 2 beat tapes, and I got a few instrumental collabs off of his instrumentals as well. So
Okay,
I've been having stuff drop, but like far as like what I'm dropping personally, Space Ronin is that's the main focus. I got Scales doing some work with him. We're coming out in 2021. The BT project coming out in 2021 as well. I got at least like
nice,
10 projects
nice.
coming out like in 2021. So I'm not even like, I don't know. But as far as what I'm dropping personally, like Space Ronin is my focus. The next new drop, I should say.
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
So you hear people be on the lookout, and also go to Spotify. He got the new project, and he said it's going crazy. Don't be the last to listen.
Facts. Don't be the last to listen, man. You might not be the first, but don't be the last.
So tonight's show, we want to give game tips, things of that nature for the people who do music,
Right on.
and also manage or have a brand they want to grow.
Right.
So let's start with music. Artists and producers. For an artist, in our previous show together, you said that you'd rather rappers drop 2 music videos instead of a project or multiple singles back to back.
Yeah.
Can you explain why for the viewers?
I say that because you get to have emotional feeling, and you get to see like a physical connection with who the brand is. You get to see who the artist is as a person. You get to see what the voice. You get to see the body behind the voice. And we
Okay.
have 2 videos like that. Videos are always stronger stories than just dropping singles. Like if you drop 2 videos, to me that has more weight than just dropping a single, especially if you're not promoting it or putting effort into it. A music video shows that, hey, I'm caring enough to give more into my story than actual just putting out a song. Because I don't know, this is my opinion. Like anybody can make a song good, sound good. But if you have a good video, it has to be like, it doesn't have to be a Hype Williams or anything. But if it's just a
Yeah.
video with
Hmm.
with quality lyrics, it's going to carry you longer down the road, because a video shows more in depth and it takes you up to the next level of who you are as an artist. So I would say, I always try to tell artists, just find you like 2 videos of songs that you rock with, build up your video catalog, because the song's going to be there, especially if you're consistently on your stuff. So I say that. And also being an
Gotcha.
artist too is just like, the more videos you have, you could see physical growth. Like, yeah, your music's going to grow over time, but if you're presenting up good catalog on quality music, you're fine. And most videographers are willing to work with people, but it's just more and more people got to, what's the word? What's the word I want to say? Just don't know how to go about a good video, because having a good video is really hard to find, and creating a good storyline with a good video is more complex to do it. So it's more work into it, but it's pay off longer run than just putting out singles. That's why I think about it, at least.
Got you. Got you. That was a pretty dope answer.
Thank you.
So you also mentioned doing the YouTube producer style of releasing beats.
Hmm.
And we recall you saying you didn't like the saturation of it.
Yeah,
Can you please break down to the viewers why that can be an issue?
that's an issue to me, because it's like the way YouTube is
Yeah,
the easiest, and it's kind of ironic though how to me YouTube is the easiest. Like it's easier than SoundCloud to upload your music. You don't have to have a decent audio clip. You could just upload it and just let it be. So it's more easier to it. So that in itself, if it's done the wrong way, it's saturated. If it's done the wrong way, and it gives everyone, there's no gatekeeper. And the reason why I said for producing it's saturated is because it's just tight beats usually. And I'm not knocking the tight beats. Like if that's what you do, by all
yeah,
means, go for it. But I think when it comes to the beats and to the producer side of it, YouTube, I don't like it though, because I've noticed that people who've had success with the beats, they upload every day, like one beat a day. And what that does, in my opinion, is like you're not even giving value to what's already out because you're just trying to keep up with what's new. And then every
yeah,
music trends always change too. And that's the thing with type beats that I've learned from when I was doing it. I'm like, you gotta really watch who's the top 40 and make a beat based off of that. And if you don't already listen to that artist, it's almost kind of like tricky because you might not really know what to do. So with me, I was like, I'm gonna stay away from that because that's never been my lane. Am I a
okay,
producer? Yeah, but I'm not an internet producer per se. That's not my strong suit. Could I make it to a strong suit? Yeah, but the way I've built up my career, that never been who I was. Like even when I was like building up my name, I was just never like out there just, hey yo, check out my YouTube. Here's my beats. And plus, it's so easy to steal beats off of YouTube. There's so many MP3 converters from YouTube to MP3. I'm like, I'm good off of that. So I'd rather just, if you like, far as me and YouTube, if I was to do a beat, I'll probably just post like a 20-second snippet. And that's it.
okay, yeah, yeah. Little promo.
Yeah, but it's just like, I mean, I understand the YouTube beats, don't get me wrong. And like, if you want to go the YouTube route, do it, but you just really got to be careful with it. And it's a lot of into it. And you got to know how to run Google ads. You got to know keywords. You got to know the trending words that's going in. And that's why I was just like, I'm not, like, that's too much work just for not enough clicks and everything. And then, not to mention, once you put money involved into it too, it's more like when I did it, that's probably
Yeah,
the money I've lost ever in my career. Because I put like at least $200 into it, and it's just short, and I've only made back like 80. And this is like, granted that I do it the right way, I knew I
yeah,
was going to lose something, but the fact that I put
yeah.
that much into it and I lost that much, I was like, yeah, this ain't
It ain't worth it.
it.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. You could deal without it.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm better off just putting out some beats, letting the streams run up and be cool.
And not even to go off topic. Talking about the YouTube producers, right? For example, you said they upload at least one a day, right?
Most of them
There's people who
talk to,
upload like five, like yeah, like they go crazy.
yeah,
They go crazy. They upload 3 to 5 beats a day.
yeah,
I don't know if I don't know, because if you look at it from a different aspect, if their page is monetized, then they're just trying to juice. They're just trying to run it up as much as they can, because that's probably how they will ever see some money
hmm
per se. I guess they don't go about putting it on different platforms, and I don't know how,
yeah,
but
that's real.
I'm guessing, like, for the ones who's not monetized, and you're just dropping all these videos, then like what do they really benefit from, like, besides like a little bit of exposure here and there?
I think you could get the benefits off of It depends on how you really go about it too, because I know some producers that have gotten jingles off of like uploading beats every day, and I'll just be like, man, they really they doing it. And when it comes to that side of production, or like far as like
Yeah,
YouTube, I like if and it's weird because you got to get like a certain amount of numbers of subscribers to really get your stuff monetized. So,
yeah,
and then like the way YouTube is always changing up their policies, especially since like 2016, it seems like they change stuff up every 8 months. So I'm like, y'all off that. That's too much consistent. That's too much changing. You're not letting a system process to go. But if you monetize, even doing the monetization though, it's like you gotta have a certain amount of views before you really start seeing the money for real. And that's why I'm not messing with it per se. Like me personally, I don't knock it, but I can like from your standpoint, like I definitely see that though. Like, you want to juice it up. But if you're not getting at least shoot, that's kind of hard to say like what's your view count. And it's like if you're not having artists hit you up about a specific beat, like 10 artists,
Yeah.
pay on per beat. If you could do that, like at least if you can make so at least for 50 to 10 artists, that's $500 come up. And then not to mention you get the plays on the click, that is
Mm-hmm.
an income. But realistically, a lot of producers maybe get like 200 views, 300, not bad. Maybe might have sold the beat 3 or 4 times. Probably put in like $50 per
Yeah.
promo. You made $10 off of straining yourself. Not my so,
That's real. That's real. Oh man.
Mhm.
I mean, this is why we here. This is what they need to hear.
right.
This is what they need to hear. It became a little concern. Like I had to throw that in there because I remember you mentioning it. And I'm like, yeah,
Nah,
the ones who's not even monetized and stuff like that. But like you said, it depends on your situation. How I guess who comes across it.
true.
You could get jingles and you could get music placements. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
That's the thing, man. The music, you never know who's really listening to music. So, and that's another thing too about with the type beats. Like, you really gotta watch like certain things that they do. Like, if you're gonna do the type beats thing, so I tell producers like, look up. I forgot the name of the website, but there's certain songs you could look up. And when it comes to like an instrumental, like the song of it, and you can look up what keys everything is and like where's the major or minor scale. If you look that
Mm-hmm.
up on a beat, you can figure out what scale they're in, and that will help you out tremendously. So I always tell producers, if you're gonna do that, do I recommend the type B strategy? If you know how, if you're a good salesman, you can do it. But
Okay.
Mhm.
if you're not willing to put in that much groundwork into it, and you don't know how to go about making the actual beats in that chord or the major notes, don't do it
Yeah.
because you're gonna make some. It might be actually a good beat, but when you put that misrepresentation in a labeling of a beat, you're gonna mess yourself up. So keep that in mind, and also don't. I've seen this happen too many times to talking to artists who are signing labels. Don't name your actual beat, the type beat. Only have that for like a YouTube name, because most artists, well, most producers will send like so and so type beat, you know, and they'll send it to like these big name labels or A&Rs or whatever. And if
Yeah.
most label executives, if they see that, they're not playing the beat because they don't. But you
Mm,
might to them you might have stole the beat, so you got to keep that in
Mhm.
mind.
That's that's good information.
Yeah.
Shout outs to all the new viewers coming in. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Cruzer.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much answered what I was gonna ask him. So,
Cruzer, when it comes to business, right?
hmm
So, like business and music brands, do you have any advice for people who are just getting their feet wet but don't like know how to market themselves?
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. I know this all too well. I know this all too well, man. Far as marketing yourself. So this is how I look. I break down marketing and branding pretty simple. Like everyone looks when people hear marketing and branding, it's like a big shadow, like it's like a school bully. Everyone gets threatened by it, and I'm like, yo, this is not nothing too complicated. I always tell people when it comes to brand, think about 3 things you like to do. Think about what things you like to do, what you like to wear, and where do you envision yourself being located at. Apply that to music. It's pretty simple, like straightforward. And try to envision your fans. Like where do you want to hear your music listening to? For instance, if your music is more turn up, you try to picture your music in the club or working out because people want to go there to get motivated